Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in my game showcase series. This time I'm going to be playing a game about feeding a black hole, which was a cute little game I saw a while ago, and yeah, we're going to see what this is about for an hour, try a little bit more of a chill experience, and yeah, just have a good time. So this has a few modes it looks like. So there's a normal mode, it's a short incremental mode about feeding a black hole matter into it by destroying asteroids, planets, and stars. You got a quick play mode that you unlock, a mini challenge mode that you unlock. Wow, there's a lot of modes that you can unlock. Huh. And these are ones that just haven't released yet, but it's cool. There's a whole bunch of modes that they haven't even touched. Interesting. Well, that's neat. It is cool to have things to look forward to too, so let's just roll back to that. Let's just give the normal mode a try and see how we feel about it. So you just kind of highlight it and it damages it looks like, and then slides into our black hole. Okay. So our baby black hole, we got 4 asteroid matter. Tells us how much our thing was doing for damage, how many clicks it did. Useless manual clicks? Nice, I did some useless manual clicks, nice. Fantastic. Always good to get the useless stuff in there. So this is what things cost, and well, I think we got $4. I don't think we can afford anything that's this much, but we can afford something that's $2, so that will increase how long it runs by 2. This makes our breaker much bigger, it looks like. So we might as well do it. So yeah, we're gonna go back in, and we're gonna start doing that. Let's get some more manual clicks in, get our useless manual click number higher. That actually amuses me quite a bit, so I'll happily contribute to useless manual clicks. Nice, we got 44 this time. I approve. Okay, so let's see what our options are. So this increases the number of asteroids by a huge amount. That'll increase our size. This will increase our damage. Now, actually, damage would be good. That is a good choice. I'm not sure, but I actually think that adding even more asteroids might be a better increase than doing a little bit more damage, because, yeah, if they're closer together, we can kill several. But honestly, they're probably both good answers. It's like the time you waste is actually getting to the new asteroids, I believe, not actually destroying them. So yeah, we did get like 50% more from that, so we did actually do a little better, but now obviously we can do the other one. But just like before, I think making the radius bigger is still the way to win, because it's about quantity, not killing each one faster. But yeah, we're gonna keep zooming in. Yeah, because one of them would actually only let us destroy, I think, there may be 2 hits anyway. Like, it wouldn't even be a one-shot, so... There we go. Okay, so now I think we can get the other option. That's just a more expensive single upgrade to this. That's funny. So this would be how fast it breaks things. This would be the number of asteroids again. Yeah. Electric asteroids. Supernova % damage. We love supernova percent. So we're getting closer to breaking it up to a size increase, and I wonder what happens when we actually succeed. So I think we want to increase the number of asteroids again. And I guess we'll increase our damage, because we will one-shot them with 3, I think. So critical hit damage sounds extra useless considering the fact that we're one-shotting them now. So until we get something fancier. So there's 2 upgrades to critical damage change. Well, that doesn't matter till there's something more interesting to break, so. Let's see if this is doing it. We're almost there, as you can see. We are definitely getting closer. So yeah, going a little faster would do it. What's here? Asteroid size being bigger is probably what we actually want. More speed. Yeah. I wonder if bigger means the harder to break. Yeah, they are a little harder to break, but I think bigger means that they're contributing to our size more. I just noticed that they actually go later as you're breaking them too, so you can get an idea of how much you've damaged them, which is interesting. So yeah, we're gonna increase our speed again. Yeah. And we got more damage upgrades and asteroid size increases, so yeah. Yep, we got a size increase, something changed. We got like a little marker on the side of us too. So yeah, we're now instead of a baby black hole, we're a tiny black hole. Interesting, interesting. I don't know what's changed other than that, but I hope it's something useful. Yeah, we're gonna increase our size actually for asteroids. Oh, this is increase in mass. I wonder if that's just how much it affects the growth, which is my guess. I wonder if it starts at the base size every time. It kind of looks like it does. Oh, that thing on the side is not actually, if I could say, between them, so I guess you do have to grow in the mission. Interesting, interesting. So it's not carried over between plays. I think that's actually kind of interesting of a choice. Okay. Look at that. We are getting achievements. That's for sure. Okay, so our only thing we can upgrade still is on this path. So we're gonna increase our mass, increase our damage 1 more notch. What do we got coming up? Another damage increase up 2 this time. More critical hit chance. This is how much the damage of a critical hit will do, so yeah. I still think that critical hit chance isn't going to do anything to this until it's significantly better. Oh, here's something new. This must be the more massive things that we were talking about for that upgrade. Yeah, so we did get a decent amount closer to the next size increase, so there is that. So we're going to get more damage. Comet spawn chance. So that will give us a buff, though the breaker will always be critical from that point on. So this could be okay, but it's very expensive. So it's definitely not on our radar anytime soon. So yeah, critical hit damage doesn't matter at all. Chance is the only thing that I feel that matters, because yeah, our chance of criticaling at all is very, very low, so. We finally got 300 in a game. We can decide to look at other trees if we want to. Sure, we're gonna gain at least one. This will give us 3 more seconds. Oh, we can spawn out asteroids when it grows. Interesting, interesting. And this is more damage as well, so. We'll see. I think that's going to help us because we're going to get at least another like 20% longer to play, because we do get to at least level 1, so. That was at least progress in a metric we didn't have any progress, so I thought it was a good choice. So we did get halfway towards the second growth. So more mass, more damage. So yeah, we are done with this path over here. But we are gonna have to progress along this one now, I guess. So that we would have had to go that way soon anyway. One thing I will say is this is kind of giving the illusion of choice without actually giving you much choice, because there isn't actually too many other choices in the tree for growing that we could pick. That makes sense. We got like maybe like 2 or 3, but usually that's not enough for me to feel like that there's a lot of choice. But it's okay, I'm still enjoying the game as it is, don't get me wrong. Interesting, so that would be more time over that. It doesn't say how much more time. I guess more time would be good, but I don't know how much more time. So this would increase that chance. I'm trying to keep an eye on it to see if I can see the time added. The chance isn't very high, but... Let's get this out there as one. Still kind of curious about what kind of time we're adding in, potentially. I didn't really comment on it before, but the music is nice. It's just kind of there, though. It's nothing I'm gonna remember. But it is nice and atmospheric. I do kind of like it. Let's increase the timer add chance, because I want to see what that is, because it's not really obvious on how much it could add. But maybe 10% isn't common enough to maybe show up on my radar. Nope, I didn't notice anything. I guess this is what we got. So we got 0.2. I guess it triggered twice, so maybe it's only like 0.1 each time. So I guess if I looked here, I might have been able to see it. So I'm gonna guess that it triggered twice. So there's 2 upgrades for mass. There's this. So you can just have a chance to make an extra one when you blow up one. That's kind of funny. Sure, let's just start filling in from the back. And we know we get 3 when we break the size limit, so we can kind of see if we can figure out a pattern to how much we gain otherwise. Yeah, so we gained, looks like 7 times, which should be more in line with the 10% anyway, so I think I'm right. I think it's 0.1 each time it works. That's not actually a lot of time. I kind of wish I'd waited like a bit for that, but I mean, can't regret choices, you know? We don't know. There's no way to know, so. And they're all gonna help us anyway, so just kind of relax and enjoy the journey. Go, we got another size limit increase. So now we're a mini black hole when we get to size 2. That opens up a breaker speed and a very slight increase to our radius. That is such a slight increase. That is so tiny. That's funny. I guess this is the even more massive one showing in. So yeah, we can start to get some color in our radius of our black hole. I guess that we're gonna unlock another tier of mass soon because we got another upgrade that does the same thing. So if I'm gonna guess, we'll get another color as well. That was a lot more than we normally earn, so there's that. So yeah, let's get that in there. Another tiny radius increase. Well, we're coming up to it. Well, we didn't get a new color. I was hoping, but maybe it's just rare. Maybe something has to tick like all the boxes to get the new color. Maybe that's how it works. Because there's a lot less of the absolute base ones. So like maybe each one is its own like roll towards it, which is my current headcanon that for how this is working. So yeah, these are starting to get a little bit pricier, but that's okay. We're gonna have to start figuring out which ones we want to do, so I think more asteroids might be good, but that's probably the most expensive thing we can get. So instead I'm gonna see what's in the corners. That's a good increase for this. So that's actually a big increase to radius compared to what these other ones were. So they were hiding treasure in the corner. Yeah, we're gonna just be balling with this. Yeah, because like our progress is gonna be incomparable to before, so yeah. Like last time we got like 2,500, and this time we got like over 4,000. Let's see what's in this corner, see if it's also like treasure. Well, it's still better. You can afford both though, so it's fine. This is a good increase to damage, so we'll get that. Ooh, this gets expensive. Oof. Woof, woof, woof. So I guess it's gonna want us to save up for this corner. To these electric asteroids after we finish off this bit. So yeah, we're gonna have maybe it's a little, not too much downtime. We are earning like 5,000 a game. I guess it's not too bad now, so. I guess there's no need to be like overly alarmed. That'll take a while. So we reached a shrimp black hole, which is the 3rd level. Interesting, interesting. But yeah, we've reached our limit for this side, and yeah, we're gonna keep progressing. So that's our first 2 levels of increase. We have a good chance of spawning them when we break them too, so the chances of running out are getting less and less over time. We're still like using them up as time goes on, but definitely not as quickly. So yeah, we got like 6,400 on that game, and we're just gonna have to play again because we can't afford the next thing. How'd we do? Oh yeah, we're well over the size we need for that. We almost got to the 4th size too. We were just a little shy. No, actually I thought it was over here. It's actually at the beginning. We're still getting into it though. Let us check out these electric asteroids. 10% chance, huh? So then we can choose to do damage, or we could increase the mass, which I think is the better one because that's more money. Let's see, electric asteroids. I think it does radius damage around it to the other asteroids, so maybe it helps you like get them broken faster, rather than being like an increase to what we have going on, which is interesting. But I don't know for sure. But that's what works in my head, so. So let's increase mass, that'll help us. Oh yeah, we got the next color in. Nice. Yep, and I don't see any of the original color ones in this, although maybe it's just a rare chance. No more of the purples. Or deep magenta. It's a little nebulous which color they were actually going for, because they're kind of like a weird pastel mix, but that's fine. Now we reached a very small black hole. There we go. So we got several choices now. I think we just increase our damage at this point, because the breaker damage is situational, our damage is eternal. Oh, it's moving to the right. Ah, I didn't expect that. Alright. We're moving along. What do we got? We got, we're gonna get this asteroid damage here. We're gonna get this one right here. So this is, so it's like a chain attack. So yeah. Oh, it can fork? Ah. Well, the problem is that I can't see any like attack patterns from this. This is a little washed out for me to like see that kind of thing, unfortunately. I kind of wish there was a way to like invert the background, to be fair. That is my only real criticism. I think working on a white background is a little unpleasant. But, you know, the game itself is interesting enough that I can make it through it. It definitely wasn't a surprise that it was on a white background, but I mean... Because I could check out trailers too, that didn't surprise me, but I mean, that is something I would wish for it. If on like the super surprise that the developer sees it, that is an option that would be cool for me. It's just a chance, an option to switch the background. And I guess I didn't look super hard. It could also already be there, and I just didn't see it. Let's take a look. It doesn't really look like it, unfortunately. Oh, it is. Let's do that. Nice. I didn't look. That's all on me. See, I wasn't the only one that thought of it. I think I'm gonna like this a lot better. So yeah, we got an upgrade. We're gonna... Nice. I think this is gonna be much nicer for me to look at. See, sometimes it pays to just look, even if you have like these shower thoughts of like, I wish it was like that. Just make sure that someone else didn't already beat you there. And immediately switched to being upset about it. I wasn't upset, I was just thinking out loud. I wonder what the forking looks like. I actually can't even see the attack paths as it is, like... Maybe that's an upgrade they could do, like, to the thing is to make it, if it has like a chain attack thing, maybe make that attack a little bit more noticeable, like maybe it's like an actual electric effect. I mean, I might bog it down slightly, but as it is, oh, I see it now, it's very, very mild though. Now it's more prominent in the dark. But even so, I still think it could afford to be a little bit more noticeable. I think it would just be cool if it was a little bit more noticeable. Especially at the very beginning, I couldn't tell what it was actually doing, if it was doing area of effect damage or whatnot. But this is definitely looks like it's just a game of like moderate progression. So, while it seems like it's being largely a corridor of like you don't choose what you're doing, I still think it's an enjoyable experience. I am quite enjoying this. You do definitely feel like your progress is getting better each time in subtle ways. Since we're almost through this section and the lightning damage is noticeable. Yeah, I mean, this one, it looks like it has a bunch of modes, and I hope it doesn't overstay its welcome a little bit like Max Manos, which I did enjoy a fair bit, but it definitely overstayed its welcome with having like 6 fairly identical gameplay modes, and like... At least this one sounds like maybe the different modes will be different. That's my hope, not just a slightly different attack pattern. Hey, we actually get to continue on that one. So let's look at these. Yeah, we're not getting back to any of those anytime soon, so I guess we do like carry into this little section. Interesting. So that's an increase to mass again. Maybe we'll get some new colors. Ooh, look. Those are getting noticeable. It is covering like a good like third of the map. Sometimes, if it gets lucky. Alright, let's see how we're doing. We did finally get enough for this mass increase. What's going on in this corner? Another radius for our breaker. Oh, and we're gonna raise the chance for more asteroids. That would actually reduce how many we're losing over time, because we are losing a little bit as we break them, that we don't spawn them again. So more sustain would be good. Ah, we got blue in here. Alright. So there's definitely some more value into chasing after the electric ones now, because they do as much damage as we do now for a decent amount of progress. Just aiming for them instead of just a group. Yep, we almost made it to the next size. Let's see what we got. We got 2 choices. I think radius is just the obvious bet. Another mass increase coming up. I think we're gonna get more mass, more money. Another mass increase behind that. I don't think we're gonna see a new color for a bit, but I think that is gonna still raise our money. I do think it shouldn't get rid of like all the colors though. I think you should still have a chance to see them. I want to see like the full spectrum eventually, but I mean I guess that's not happening. Unfortunate. I think it would have looked pretty neat. But I understand. We don't always get what we want, so... Yeah, we reached Halfling Black Hole. That's a funny name. I love it. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this. And both of these. Cool. Well, hopefully the extra sustain gets us to new heights. Does look like we're going to be continuing into that new section for this as well, so... So we're still in Halfling territory. So this will be the next area we break into again after we finish this area out. Oh, a golden asteroid. That's new. Ooh, purple. Back to purple. Not so the other one was like a magenta then. I didn't know if it would do a real purple. It's like, I have no idea what I'm in for either, too. Like, I love these kinds of games like that. You never know what you're gonna get. Like, the last one I showcased on this was like that Void Miner game, which I actually really liked. Even though it had like a fighting component to it too, it was still at its beginning just a mining game. Ooh, we made significantly more money this time. Yep, golden asteroids are an option. Oh, that's a lot more asteroids. Ooh, they get bonus money. Well, we're just gonna make a whole ton more asteroids. I think that is absolutely something we want. Just saturate it. That'll help in every regard. Yeah, fill it up. So we do see golden asteroids. They are out there. I doubt that the electric can break them. If I was to guess. I think we have to manually do that by highlighting them. But I'm unclear on as if they're spawning. Oh, they might be spawning, actually. Well, we did get roughly 50% more than last time, so I would say it still was a good increase. Yeah, we can get that one in. Critical money, oh, interesting. So it's like a critical money chance, not a critical damage chance. Interesting. Oh. Wow, that would be like... Well, we want that. That's for sure. So what I noticed now is that the golden ones don't replace the other asteroids. They have their same like density stuff, but you can only tell by like the outline of them. Like the internal part's golden, the external part is whatever density they are. Like there's green ones and blue ones and purple ones. Although the outline can be really hard to see on the darker colors. So I'd almost say that maybe the border on it could use a little bit of thickening. Like maybe not like a millimeter thin, just maybe like a quarter of it. But that's just me. So now we're up to dwarf black hole, 7 out of 10. I wonder what happens at 10. We're definitely gonna reach it before we reach the end of these upgrades. So we're gonna get the more asteroids one. They both looked good to me and I couldn't decide which one, so we just went with that one. I mean, we'll have the other one next time anyway, so it's fine. We were at dwarf. We didn't quite make it this time. That's fine. Another mass increase. That's a big increase to damage. These upgrades are starting to cost a lot more money too, so we might have to actually save for that one. Ooh, a lot more purples in here, and we're back to like the light magenta, so it is cycling all the way through, although this color palette might be a little too bright. Oof. Okay. We'll be fine. I'll get used to it. But that was a big jump from greens and blues to mostly purple. I do appreciate the colors going into this, though. I do like having more colors represented in the spectrum. Most games stick to the pretty traditional ones. Oof. So we made it to a black hole. Alright. Well, we're at the namesake of the game, we're at a black hole. So, we did it. So 50% more money or 3 times chance. I think the 3 times chance is the easy bet. That is such an increase in mass too, like, wow. Well, we're also getting close to being able to afford to break into this, so then we can start getting to planets, so that's what that upgrade is. So yeah, we're definitely gonna increase the mass. Oh, look at that increase. That's only, this is 25 million for that many, and this is only 1, so this is gonna get us a lot of planets. which I guess are just gonna be even more massive than asteroids. So yeah, we're gonna be destroying little civilizations pretty soon, and everything's purple now with that mass increase. Of course, it's all gone monochrome again. So I guess purple is the height of asteroidness. The royal asteroids, I suppose. Okay. Well, we did it. I missed what a size increase does. I guess I didn't get to see what 9 has as a title, which is unfortunate. Breaker bonus damage to planets. So these are planets. They are big and red at this point. I guess if I want to get a list of what all the sizes are, I'd have to like maybe look them up or go slowly through my footage, because like I think we're going to be skipping over some of them, like we already have, unfortunately. There's no like real indicator on that, so you can't like artificially stop short of going so incredibly slow. So I kind of wish you could have like a left and right here to like see the different sizes, just in case you wanted to see them. I think that would be a nice change. It's like they went to all the effort to give them all names. We should be able to appreciate it. I like how these ones are changing colors to being like a different background, because they'll show you that you're into like the planet section. So okay. So now we get a chance to spawn a moon. It buffs the breaker speed and radius. Ooh. That is such an increase to breaker damage. I wonder if this just connects to itself. It kind of looks like it from here. Oh, look at these moons. We can start collecting moons. Nice. They slowly fade. They do slowly fade, but you can gather them and get a boost for a while. What I will say is we don't seem to respawn planets currently, so that is something we will have to probably upgrade. Got almost all of those, so keep on feeding the black hole. What a title. Okay, now what are our options? Yeah, we definitely need both of these ASAP. Cause like I was saying, is we don't actually like respawn planets, so like our limitations are on the wall. Cause like while our asteroids were being respawned, those were not. So. Looks like that is going to start solving itself as we progress, so... Yeah, see, it does connect to itself, like I theorized. So 5 seems to be the highest I've seen the moon count go, and... That's not to say it's the highest it goes, it's the highest I've seen. Which is not the same thing. Now we can make planets bigger, huh? Nope, that's another way of making planets bigger, but we can't afford these ones on the right, so I think that's gonna be like something we have to get later. These are like multiple billion. These is like 60 billion, yeah, so if I'm gonna guess, we start building our way up and around to this probably. So that's gonna be 3 times the planet size. That almost doubles our breaker damage. So there are bigger planets, they aren't all bigger. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're definitely gonna increase our damage. Oh, it definitely goes over. I just saw up to 6, so yeah. The limit of 5 was not actually a hard limit. I didn't suspect it was, actually. It was a combination of the fact that the moons don't spawn that frequently and they don't last for very long, so I feel like there may not be an upper limit. We might eventually get to the point where we have so many. We Are Black Hole. That's a funny name. Okay. I like it. I like it. Only 5 more planets, though, so that's on the radar, but not our main goal. Because it looks like the boost is just keeps going up. Just try to get as many moons as you can and just use them to bust your way through. I think that is definitely a strategy that worked pretty well there. I like how each time you get a new like buff, it becomes like the new meta for a while, like, and then it changes when you get the new buff. So I like it. What can we do? Yes, I think raising that buff chance up and just getting more moons will just speed it up. We are just moving up into this corner. I think we tore it up pretty good that time. We're almost to the 14th one. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna get this one over this. 5 more planets is fun, but doubling the mass. Probably a good plan. So now they're gonna maybe start changing color. Yep, we're starting to get some orange ones in there. That was my suspicion. It'll go through the rainbow. So it looks like they start at red and probably go to purple too. That's my bet. It goes all the way through the same spectrum. It's simple, it's effective. I think it's cool looking. What is this money scaling change? Look at this. It goes from 250% to 15,250%. What is that nonsense? But that's funny. What is that math, though? But I mean, we are starting to hit like a wall with progression. So I mean, that's just a way of like getting you through to a new price scaling. So it makes sense. Make asteroids important again, right? In case you were neglecting your asteroids. Hilarious. Average Joe black hole, of course. So average. Much Joe. Hey, that's another 50%. That's actually over 50% increase to damage. That's a good one to get. I like how it's not like a straight path. Like this is expensive, but then we got like a corridor through it. I like that. And we're obviously going to get that. That'll just increase our speed through. Yeah, see, I'm right. Just another corridor one right here. Yeah, we're going to need that. That's more sustain on planets, so... So we got some options. We're definitely going to get the one that potentially gives us like 25 billion% more money. Let's have one game like that and see how that goes. See, that just like catapults us into the stratosphere. Like, I don't know, maybe it doesn't actually compare up to what like the planets are and just makes them slightly relevant again. Or maybe it just catapults them into being absolutely worth chasing. I think it has a breakdown of money afterwards, so we'll have a decent chance to find out. But it doesn't tell you while you're playing, which is nice because that would be a bit of a distraction. Let's see. I think that doubled the amount we earned. Yeah, asteroids were definitely worth much more than planets now. But that doesn't mean I'd chase them specifically. Like, mass is as important as that for prolonging the duration. Man, all of these are actually pretty good. But yeah, so this has been a game about feeding a black hole. This has been our 1 hour play into it, and yeah, I might make this a little mini series and see it through. I don't foresee this being significantly longer, maybe like another hour or so to make it through the main game. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do that because I did enjoy this, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. I do think that this game is one of the neater little incrementals I played in a minute. It has its own unique thing going on. It's yeah. Well, I hope you take care, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye now.